She voted for Trump and then gets fired from her job. Let's talk about it.
What was it like for you when you got the news that you were being let go?
It was really hard. I was on the phone with my best friend Kaylee at the time, and we were just discussing her life and how things were going. And I looked at my phone and I had gotten a text from our union rep, and he told me that I was going to be fired the next day. And I told her, I have to go. I'm getting fired tomorrow. And my heart just sank and I had a huge pit in my stomach. And nobody wants to hear that news. You know, it's not something that I'd wish on anyone, and it's something really hard to go through. It's hard from my perspective to approach the current administration with hope. Um, I've been dealing with infertility now for about a year. I've had multiple surgeries in my life. So, going into the voting booth, the main thing on my mind was the same thing I'd been thinking about for the past 11 months. And it was, I want to be a mom. And women who have gone through that experience, that heartbreaking feeling of wanting something that you might never have, they understand how much of your time is taken up with those thoughts and how overwhelming and lonely it can feel. So, as someone who is more of a swing voter, sometimes that's what it comes down to is those single issues.
Ryleigh, do you now regret the way you voted for Trump?
I do feel regret, and I've had a lot of tumultuous thoughts about that day in the election booth. You know, when you're voting on something that affects you so personally, it's really easy to get tunnel vision, especially in a voting booth when you're staring at you have two options, right? I mean, it's not like you're given an endless amount of options um, to achieve your goals. And so afterwards, when I thought maybe this is my chance, I also had to come to terms with the fact that I was likely going to be a part of, taking chances away from other groups of people, and that's never sat well with me.
Wow. What's crazy about the whole situation is she was saying, she's willing to take the chance for other people to pretty much have to deal with the consequences of her voting. And now she's actually the one that's dealing with the consequences of that. Right? The choice of voting for Trump, knowing damn well he kept on saying he was going to cut a lot of these government jobs. That's the reason why I don't like really talking about politics too much. Because I think people have, as what she said, like a tunnel vision approach with it. Which is, they think that they think they're voting for this one issue. Right? For this one issue. Not knowing there's a whole bunch of other issues going along as well that they might not agree with, but they want to have this argument about one issue, and if you're against it, they cannot change their vote due to the fact that you're against that one issue. When we all know, man, when it comes to voting, there's multiple issues. And when you vote, there might be something you might not be too fond about, but overall, you feel pretty good about. You see, in her case, she was saying about the infertility aspect of it to the reason why she voted the way she voted. That was the reason why she went her route. But she did not think about the other things. She did not think about her job. Will her job be in jeopardy under the Trump administration? The answer is yes. She was told that. But she was not thinking that. And this is not to bash her at all, because it's not really about her. This is really about society and how they vision voting. And to me, like, people are arguing over like the smallest, pettiest things. While it's like a magic trick. Like, look at here, while the real thing, the real changes are happening over here. They like to have cultural wars and people just fighting and just arguing over certain things when they're not really noticing the actual change that would happen to so many people due to the consequences of the administration. Because this video wasn't even supposed to be like this. I'm gonna talk about it because we all as a society agree on a lot of the same things, right? We all agree on the same things. We all agree on that. We all agree on universal health care. We all agree on we pay too much in taxes. We all agree on freedom. We have a lot of agreements in society. But politics found the way to discover that that's boring, right? You're not going to win on that. You're not going to win on people just completely agreeing, right? Because there's a good chance then a lot of people probably vote Democrats or whatever the case may be. Whichever party. There's a good chance that one party would dominate more than the other. So what happens is they always throw something in there to say, well, we need to break up the people who have the strong belief by throwing something in there, throwing a grenade in there where they could argue about. And then once they argue about it, they recognize, wait a minute, yes, we agree, but you vote for this side, I vote for this side, and I can't vote for that side because that side believes in this. And you see what I mean? It's like they're doing that on purpose while the rich are getting richer, right? The rich are getting richer. There's tax cuts. There's ways to make the rich get richer. But people don't recognize what's truly going on. And this is not even a video to bash the rich people because this is what we all want to do. We all want things to benefit us, right? Whether you're poor, you probably want more government assistance, right? Whether you're rich, you want to pay the least amount of taxes, right? Whether you're in the middle class or whatever the case may be, you want, the cost of goods and things to go down as much as possible, right? Some people have a strong feeling like the rich get taxed more. Like this, we all agree like everybody has like the benefit that they want from the government. But we all know, we all could agree the biggest benefit is building wealth. And if you're someone that's having arguments about politics and not really paying attention to the wealth side of things, you recognize that wealth gap is just going to continue to expand. It's going to just continue to expand, and you're arguing about the wrong things. Remember, people were arguing about the economy getting better, people getting tired with wage stagnation. That never changed. But the conversation we're hearing about now is tax cuts, less government spending, things to increase the values of the wealth. There's a reason why Elon Musk is in the position he's in, right? There's a reason why Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg was in the inauguration. They were there for a reason, right? There's a reason why Apple is making all these changes now in their company, right? To try to align more to a Trump administration because they want to benefit from a Trump administration, which is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But voting, guys, is not just a one-topic issue. Usually people just argue about the one-topic issue is missing the big picture. There's so many changes that come along with administration that you really need to pay attention to the full picture rather than voting on just one thing, right? Rather than voting on just one belief and ignoring everything else is not the right way to vote. That's my opinion. I know people are not going to agree with it, but that's my opinion. And I strongly feel like I have an opinion about which administration would have been better, whatever the case may be. But I will admit this. Through everything going on right now, with everyone arguing about all these, immigration and the ICE movement and all this stuff going on and how Trump's behaving, me, as someone who is always trying to invest and build generational wealth, I know in the back end, I'm building it based upon this administration. I am a beneficiary of this, right? I'm benefiting from what's happening now in the economy and the stock market and stuff like that. But that's not the only reason why I vote. I vote for whatever I vote due to the fact of I gotta look at the totality of the whole situation, right? The whole thing, the whole entire thing. I need to look into it and to see who is it harming and who is it benefiting, and if I'm okay with that. And that's really the way it should be, but I feel like that's the way it's never going to be. You guys drop a comment down below and you let me know how I feel about it. And I'm pretty sure this video is going to get a lot of comments because that's just the way things are right now when you talk about politics. People really strong on one side and one topic and one issue. And it's all good though, right? That's where democracy is working, when people voice their opinions and they want to be heard. So I expect it. But anyway, guys, catch you guys on my next video. Hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Usually my channel is all about finance, motivation, and whatnot, but this video had me thinking, because a lot of times I just have some deep thoughts and perspectives about life and just observations, and this is definitely one of them. Catch you guys on my next one. Peace.